Thursday is Rare Disease Day, a day that we always highlight to give extra awareness of on this show. And our next guest is the singer-songwriter Tom Bright, who lives with a rare disease himself and has released his latest single, Be a Miracle, to coincide with the day. So before we chat with Tom about his music, he has joined us in the studio and Rare Disease Day. Let's hear Be a Miracle. Well, well done, you made it, and well done, Tom Bright, for joining us in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning. How are we?
Very well. What a voice you have. I mean, I know it's part and parcel of the condition that we're going to talk about in a minute, but can I just say it is incredibly beautiful. It really is a wonderful, wonderful voice to listen to. Now, we're talking about Rare Disease Day. Tell us a bit about what you live with currently.
Well, what I live with currently is, my stomach is in my shoulder. Behind my left shoulder.
Wow.
Yeah, it took a bit of getting there, but it all started in the British Military Hospital, 1988. My stomach wasn't attached to anything. My esophagus was only like a couple of inches long. 6 months on a life support machine there. A private RAF jet below the clouds to Great Ormond Street.
Wow.
10 months there. Multitude of life-saving surgery, and now, my stomach is up here in my upper regions of my body, and chest open 5 times, couple of ribs gone, blah blah blah. But very grateful.
I love. Well, I say I love. Actually, I do. I like the lyric of, we start to die as soon as we're born, and that's actually quite an important thing for all of us to remember.
Clock, right?
But we're all on the clock, absolutely on the clock. But what's interesting to me is that you probably have lived so many lives through having to go through so much yourself.
Well, I think that there was a few times where the heart stopped a bit longer than it should have done. So, it's all been a very interesting ride, and it's. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but yeah.
Is it a condition you were born with?
Yeah.
What's the name of the condition?
It's called Tracheo-Oesophageal Fistula, and OA as well, esophageal atrasia. It's basically, in a nutshell, it's the inability to swallow. Mm-hmm. Now, it affects 1 in every 3,500 people, I think. Right. Some cases are very extreme. I was an extreme one, but there's this enormous community which have connected with me recently. I was on the One show last year, going back to Great Ormond Street, meeting Professor Lewis Spitz after 20 years, and since then I've now become an ambassador for TOFS.org, and I've been receiving some incredible messages and kind of just a lot of parents of fellow TOF sufferers and TOF sufferers themselves who, are going through their own struggles.
Of course.
It's, you can feel very alone in this kind of stuff. So it's been a really quite life-affirming time.
Can I ask you, I mean, I'm a singer, so I sing jazz, and I'm interested in how you sing then, because of course breathing is one of the key things we talk about a lot. Everybody talks about their diaphragm, and you've moved so many body parts around, or had to have so many body parts moved around. What is it like for you, and do you naturally sing, or did you have to learn how to sing?
I loved singing, but I would only ever sing in the shower when no one was around. Yeah. So I think that, but I always felt like I had some songs in me that I didn't even play a guitar, so I didn't have the tools to kind of get it all out. But I have had to teach myself singing. My breathing capacity is much less than the norm.
Yeah.
When you have your chest open 5 times, there's some long-lasting damage, and that's part of my condition. Is from the outside looking in, you would think that the problems would be only digestive related, but actually the main repercussion that I endure is respiratory. Long-lasting chest damage. You can probably hear that I'm a bit rutly this morning because I've not had my walk, but it all kind of blends into this croaky, heavy breathing tone of mine, and I hope it's
I mean, and to be honest, I love a croaky voice. So if I'm going to be honest, but on a serious note, of course, you don't want someone to get that voice on the basis of the kind of rare disease that you are having to deal with. Does singing help in any way?
Absolutely.
Right.
In a bizarre twist of fate, it's a healthy exercise. You know, it's also, singing is also the best thing in the world, right? So, I can't imagine not doing it now. It's and songwriting itself is the greatest tool of communication we have. So when you combine singing and writing tunes, well, yeah, you've got the connection sorted.
And you just mentioned a daily walk. Tell me what your day is like in terms of managing the disease that you have. Well, I get up early, very early. I tend to go out on a long walk, which is good for me physically and mentally. I don't stop eating. I out-eat everybody because my stomach is half the size of a normal stomach. It's like a thick tube. Mm-hmm. So I'm just digesting food at the rate of knots, and I can struggle with my blood sugar levels at times. But yeah, my day is a very busy day. I do like 2 full-time jobs in a day. I tend to start work at 6 in the morning and end about midnight, and try and make the most of every minute of the day, you know. Yeah, and that's a salutary lesson for all of us, because I think we can take time and we can take good health and all of those kind of things for granted. And then that's the reality. Naturally. Until we are confronted with something. And you've lived with this throughout your life, and it's a really inspirational conversation to be having with you. But there will be people listening who maybe have children who have the same issues, or who themselves are living with this disease or a rare disease, another one.
Exactly.
Of those. What would you say to them? Because it's very difficult. From my perspective, I can go, you should, we wish you the best, etc. But you're living with it. You know what it means to live with a disease like this.
Yeah, you've got to, for me, first and foremost, I've never seen myself as... I've wanted to just crack on, get on with it, and I've created this kind of warrior mentality. It was the only way I could really get on and do it, because there's been so many struggles, like physically, obviously, mentally, it takes its toll, especially when you're a lad growing up, head to toe in scars, to be honest, as well. But to anyone who's going through a health battle, or more specifically, you're a new parent of a baby with TOF or OA, what I've picked up the last few days is seeing that you've got to look forward, you've got to keep your head up, you've got to know that there is a beautiful life to be lived just around the corner. There'll be really hard days, but don't stop dreaming.
Do you ever feel a pressure to be cheery, or to be quote unquote happy? Do you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes people are like, oh, you've overcome this, or you've worked through it, or you're working through it, and therefore... Is there a pressure to seemingly like, oh, I'm coping well? Or do you feel like you've got past that point? You're like, if I'm having a bad day, I'm having a bad day. And
I'm still a human as well. My brain operates the same. I'm susceptible to a bad day, of course. Still got the same money worries and everything else. But in terms of a life gratitude thing, I'm here in central London this morning, the sun is shining, we're in the best city in the world, and to be honest, even if the rain was hammering it down, I'd still have that underlying subconscious gratitude for being here.
You and also alongside that, you're volunteering. People often talk about the value of volunteering, that actually, you as you give, you also receive. Have you found that to be true?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just think that I've literally got lived experience of a certain thing. So, it's all well and good when you hear a motivational speaker, for example, saying, dust yourself off, get on with it. But if you're actually talking to someone who, okay, I know exactly what you're on about, I know how brutal it will be, but I'm sat here now, with the voice of an angel. Voice of a devil, right?
No. I've got great voice. I'm telling you now, great voice. Are you touring? What are you?
I'm always doing something.
Right.
I don't stop, honestly. I'm like, yeah. So that is, I do have a tendency to maybe overdo it sometimes. Okay. I'm like, yeah, but also I love being busy. So I'm back out on the road, up and down the country in April, with a wonderful band called the Leisure Society. And yeah, I mean, I'm always doing stuff, so it's dead easy to connect with me. Tom Bright Music, or Tom Bright, dead easy.
Well, Tom, thank you. You have, it's just so cheesy, you've brightened my day. That's just like the worst thing to say. But really...
I deliberately don't say it. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it?
It really was. But no, much more importantly, inspirational. And also just thank you for the music, because I think the music speaks for itself. And just that really lovely, lovely tune, Be a Miracle, which is out now and is available. So thank you, Tom, for coming in. Really
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and like I said, like to anyone who's in a similar boat to myself or a parent of, there's a wonderful community, TOFS.org.uk. It's you should get involved.
Fantastic. Well, Tom, thanks very much. Check out the single, which we have played this morning, but is available now. I was speaking to the singer-songwriter Tom Bright. You can find out more